Hi everyone, welcome to March Guidance. And if you are like me and very sensitive to energy, now even if you're not too aware about it or understand it, or whether you have a lot of experience in it and being empathic or psychic on some level, you would have picked up there's been a lot of energy around February, and it's maybe impacted you personally or your life or just how you feel in general. You also have things coming up to the surface a lot, and this is all going to also be amplified in March, because March is very much about not only the positive side, which is definitely a feeling of a shift in energy, which I've been feeling for a really long time now, that March is quite pivotal in some way, but also things coming up to the surface. And this is going to be amplified by eclipses that we're going to experience on the lunar eclipse and the full moon, solar eclipse and the new moon, and then we have the equinox, and then we have Easter. That's actually 3 E words, which I've written in my newsletter. They all vibrate to the letter E, which is about change, number 5, which is about change. So lots of change happening. And as I said, I've been picking up on this for a long time now. So it'll be really interesting to see how this manifests. So for you personally, if you have just felt affected by energy or things, know that you are sensitive, and to just pay attention to that, to clear your energy and so on, like I've given some tips in my newsletter. And if perhaps things have just come up in your personal life, because this year is very much about cleansing, shifting, moving away from the old. This has been building up for quite some time now, but we're at the end of a 9 cycle ending at the end of this year, and we really need to come to terms with things. And if we're not coming to terms with things themselves, they will just hit us smack bang in the face and come right up. So you'll find this happening. Eclipses bring up stuff to the surface. So I've written a whole lot of information about eclipses in my newsletter, as well as information about some people experience ringing in the ears sometimes, or a whisper in the ears. I've written about that, as that was a member of the public's question to me. What else have I written about? Just general guidance for the month, and also about soul friends. Okay, so check out the newsletter link below. So let's see. Now, so in March, there's definitely a sense, as I said, of new beginnings. I mean, this card couldn't have said it better. Okay, and look at this raggedy worn woman who's just come out of something. Okay, she's humble. She's left her possessions behind her, as in, you know, anything materialistic or so on, and she's just got bare essentials with her as she walks with her stick forwards. This reminds me of a channeling that I recently did, where I asked the angels for information about what's happening in March. So I'll just read what came through now. Okay, so I questioned about March energy, and they said, in February, there has been much chaos and a build-up of energy behind the scenes from those powers to be. They are infiltrating our world in many ways, and you feel this tension and sense of entrapment. And further to that, you can add your own experiences and how that was amplified for you, because we're all different. In March, things will begin to lighten up and shift, and you will begin to experience much joy and vitality, and your inner spirit will shine. This lull shall ease, and you will see newer days, and the tension and despair shall ease off. Further to that, I was receiving information about feeling like being derailed as a train that's off the tracks, and also I got some negative energy about some world events, which I've written down. Not comfortable to share it at this point, but we'll see. I've written it down anyway and recorded it. But so on to better things. So what I'd really like to share is the sort of the dual play between the positive aspects of new beginnings, and then all the gunk and stuff that needs to come out and for us to see. So very much what we're heading towards is inner peace, and there's a golden opportunity for that, with doors opening right now. So and now this reminds me also of something that the angels mentioned in a channeling. So I'm going to just find that right now, because that door's opening. Okay, they said, a portal of light has been provided for you and others if you wish to step into this hemisphere, which entails letting go of all influences and binds and stepping into a portal of space which is more closely connected with your heart than your mind. Step into this portal now, dear one, and we will guide you well, and you shall reach oceans of blessings and meaning across time, like traveling amongst distant seas, across portals and dimensions to another time-space reality. So as you enter these new states of consciousness, know that you are loved and savored and adored every step of the way, and that you express morsels of meaning through your words to consciousness at large, who both hear your words and allow them to sink in at deeper levels. Know that you are doing your work, the work of God. I think they're more speaking to me right then. But if anyone gets a message from that for themselves, then it's for you too. Through the chamber of your heart and your right ventricle, which pulses at a direct proportion to the followings of your life purpose. So let it sink in now, dear one, and allow us to radiate warmth and prosperity your way. So just sending those transmissions of energy right now, feeling that. The angels lifting away your burdens. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming through now and assisting in the lifting away of burdens from you, and just feel that peace, sitting in peace. And then it says, you can feel so that you can feel our presence and trust in the powers of your mind forevermore. And as you step into this portal, carry shall you along the waves of time to another place in a distant galaxy, to a place you have been before. You know this deep in the recesses of your heart, and I'm sure many of you can connect with that right now, that feeling of another home, a home that you miss dearly, or a soul soreness or a soul calling. It says, you feel the callings and stirrings of Atlantis deep within your bones and belly, and this code, this essence, leaves traces in the memory of your DNA, little sparks of intuitive memories of lifetimes past. I was getting a symbol of dolphins and whales and Atlantis, so that's something that the dolphin energy is something that you can connect with along with the whales. And also there was a whale in my coffee cup not long ago. Call your name, as do the birds through their sweet song caresses. They both nurture you and urge you to follow your life path naturally and intuitively, and to feel reconnected and a part of the all that was once working in perfect harmony. There's a feeling now of the world and like a sense of division. Those that are really working on more harmony and peace and finding the inner peace within, and those that are tormented by the darkness, those who are purposefully working with the darkness or a part of it somehow, and those that are sort of like, here we go, I'll put this card up. It's like you've got the two sides of you, which is natural, the duality of the light and the dark, and we all face this on a daily level. So what was once working in perfect harmony, you feel the cracks and divisions in this one perfect whole. And so they gave me a picture of a circle with a crack in it, right in the middle. You have, since you were seeded into reality and split into two, hence the separation from God that we experienced. It feels very emotional. I'm getting tingles all over me right now. When we were created as a soul. So we were separated from what they call us, so from divinity and all of the energy of the spirit world, from the all, and this has caused you great anxiety, dear one, and it would be a disservice on our behalf to allow you to doubt yourself or your directions anymore. We urge you to look ahead and keep your head at the helm. They give me a vision of being on a boat and me being, or you as well, being at the helm of the boat, right at the front, looking forward. So that's a symbol there, very much so. For forward is the way to go, and you know this in your heart of hearts. Wow, so some powerful words there from the angels. They're really helping us to access divine wisdom and to know, look, I'm seeing this now as the book of life. Look at what we have gone through. So much has been happening, and in our own, collectively, but in our own personal story as well. They really acknowledge our own personal story, which will be coming up to the surface definitely this month, and perhaps before that as well for you. So this is about the child within. So this is all the suffering that you have endured as a child and as an adult, as a growing person in your lifetime. and lifetimes past accumulated in your DNA, your ancestral lineage, all a part of that that you are carrying. So you're wounded. And actually, I'm going to write about that when I have the time. Okay, so this is really representing also anything that's coming up to the surface for you that has been in the last while, any soft spots in your heart. Okay, then this card is about the journey that we're on right now. So we're on a journey, a spiritual journey, and I feel like sort of we're in the middle of it right now, absolutely leading us to somewhere, but we're also very influenced by the cosmos, by universal energies, and by cycles. See there, look at all the moon cycles there. So I've just mentioned eclipses before, so it's, and the moonstone is mentioned here, so it's by no coincidence that the angels bring that through to show that we are sensitive to these energies and that they happened for a reason. And as much as we are going through our own personal cycles, the earth is going through its own cycle, and the universe as a whole, collectively, as I said before, we're experiencing the closing of a 9-year cycle, and in 2017 we'll start a new cycle. That's why it's so important to clear away all that no longer serves you and to be an active part of that, to keep the hope and the faith as a new life begins and a new hope. The angels say that as you do that, you will step more into your life purpose. So you can ask Archangel Michael to help you with your purpose as well as clearing energy. And actually Almoria comes through too to say to shift and to shield and clear your energy. And I'm feeling as shifts are happening, some of you are holding on tight to some negative energy or things from your past. Let it go. Learn how to clear and shield your energy. That's something I will be teaching hopefully sooner than later. And know that you in your own way are a divine teacher, a spiritual teacher, and a spiritual being in a human body with your own gifts and your own life mission. And that is about to unfold. And those of you looking for your life purpose, you will begin to tap into that and to find that. Know that you can do it. Archangel Michael, he loves to cheer us on from behind the scenes. Okay, he's encouraging us. See how he's holding the sword, almost like he's whipping away all that negative energy. So he's saying, you can do it. Hold up that torch of hope. You know, be protected. Come out of that closet of yours, okay? So peel back those layers and reveal the divine, amazing person that you are. Okay, just grabbing some other cards. So, no, I'm rushing a little bit because I've only got 2 more minutes left. So this is about the angels leading us in forwards, like at the helm of the boat. They're helping us, they're guiding us. They are communicating through dreams, divine guidance throughout every day. So notice signs, notice little thoughts. You are emerging, you are evolving, you are blossoming, you are growing. And as that happens, it's important for you to retreat, take time for yourself, as much as you can, and just wait a while to make any decisions until you feel more spiritually guided and centered, and that the energy is lifted and cleared for you. Some of you would have been feeling just a little bit out of sorts, as I've mentioned before. So we want to clear away, we want to just get through that, go with the flow, clear away any negative feelings or just feeling disassociated from life, or that you are holding on to too many burdens. Okay, this is about you developing your inner core and your strength. 9, look at the 9 there, which the angels are just sort of pointing out to me. I'm feeling that represents the 9 cycles numerologically, and we're in a 9-year this year, as I mentioned before. So that's really important. Hold on to your strength as you let go and as that wheel of time spins around. Now watch out for anybody that might be sort of not telling the truth or being truthful around you. That actually came up twice. So also this could be about you peeling off your own mask. Like maybe you're sick of it. You don't want to put up that front to the world anymore. You're sick of all the, you know, the BS. So maybe there's that as well. Or you could just be refusing to see the light, or very much in your ego, in your mind. You know, we all get trapped in that. I do too. So that's what the angels are saying about that. Now work on your communication, work on your emotions and desires, and the crown chakra, which is connecting to God's source and consciousness and opening up to the divine. So if you can find a balance in all that you do, and then you'll be fine. Just ask the angels to be around you and Archangel Michael. Okay, lots of love. See you next month.